Hey everyone, thanks for coming here. My name is Gaurav, and here we are going to talk about transform or disrupt your market with Workboard right from Microsoft Teams. I'm a principal engineer in Workboard, and I have been with company almost for more than 4 years. In this talk, we will touch base on who we are, what we do, our integrations with Microsoft Teams and other products, our API if you are a developer, our experience in this integration journey, and the resources if you are looking for bot development. Then following this talk, you can build a bot within 20 minutes. I heard Satya saying about digital transformation. This is a time when we should embrace the digital transformation. And here we are. We are a digital revolution in strategy alignment and execution. So let's see, what does it mean? Before that, yeah, this is coming in Teams. So now you can do your strategic priorities, objective setting, all from Team itself. This diagram tells a great story about our solution. So we provide an active strategy management platform where you can set your strategic priorities, objectives towards those strategic priorities, set the KPIs against them, then set the low-level actions towards achieving those KPIs, run your smarter meetings, and do a business review in the same dashboard, all in one platform. Before I jump to explaining, like, as a developer, what does it mean, right? When we say that, hey, we are building a active strategy platform. So if you are a developer, and if you have ever wondered that how much contribution your GitHub check-in is making towards your company's goal, or have you ever wondered how much your sales team is performing towards the target that your company has set, then this is the platform you would like to see. We are very excited about our Teams integration because with this, strategic priorities, objectives, productivity, execution, schedule, and conversation, they all are coming at one place in Teams. So what does it mean for the end users? Now, when you are having a conversation, you can put your facts and KPI from our system right inside Teams. If you are having a dashboard managing in Workboard, you can pull them in Teams tab, seamless data flow inside Teams. We also built our chatbot so that you can talk to the chatbot saying that, hey, what are my risks? How is Mark doing on Q1 strategic priorities? Or we also build smarter scheduling. What does it mean? It means that when you are in Workboard, you can schedule the meeting without any conflict. That increases the organization velocity, better time management, right? With this slide, you can see that these are the three major technologies we are using from Microsoft side: client package, bot builder, and Microsoft Graph API. We'll touch base on each and every component with some code snippet in the later slides. Before I jump into the Teams integration solution, I would like to give a little bit context about Workboard, how the platform looks like, so that when I do the demo, you would see the information which is there in Workboard and how you can access it in Teams. This is how our platform looks like. So in this demo, I will be using an organization named Pied Piper. It's a high-growth startup recently onboarded in Workboard, and they have set up their goals, strategic priorities, execution, and everything in Workboard. And of course, they are Teams user. So it gives us a very good use case for bringing this organization. So you can see this Richard, the CEO of Pied Piper, has set up these goals, and they are aligned. They are aligned with the company's objective at the lower level, means at CMO, CIO, and senior level managers. Towards these goals, these are the KPIs which are required to achieve this goal. Then these are the executions that someone needs to do while performing or progressing towards that goals. This is the running business review that Richard is using to manage the strategic priorities objective all at one place. So without a further ado, let's see what are our integrations look like with respect to Microsoft Teams. First in the list is messaging extensions. With this, you can access your goals and objective directly from Workboard and put it inside Teams. With that, you can bring in facts right into the discussion, your daily conversation. You can discuss KPI and risk in your daily conversation without leaving Teams. Let's see the demo of messaging extension. So as you can see that, this is a general conversation that Richard is having with the different team members. And as you can see that he wants to know something about growth scaling, growth selling, and he started the thread. Dinesh said something, and then Arlis responded that, hey, Monica is having it, right? So without pinging Monica, he can just use our messaging extension, search for the digital transformation for growth selling, and get all the information which is required to complete this discussion, and create a card out of it and share it in the Teams conversation. So you can see that without leaving Teams, get the information which is required. It's fact-based. See the progress and share it with the team for the higher visibility. Let's go back to the fun part. How did we develop it? As I mentioned in the beginning of this discussion, we use Bot Builder. So the moment you create the connector object from the team chat connector, that is the Teams extension for the Bot Builder, you can use two handler on query and on query setting URL. On query setting URL is used for giving this login option or sign in option if user is not authenticated. Once user is authenticated, you can use on query. You can see this search OKR. This is the command that someone is sending along with the query text. So if you remember the demo, I typed digital, and the digital was sent as the query string here in this on query handler. Once we have that string, we call our external service, our API, to get the data which is relevant to that query, and then we use the compose extension to send the data back to the user. And we'll come back to how we designed the card, how you can compose the message that is relevant to the user. But as I am in this screen, I would say whenever you're designing a card, put the information which is relevant to the user in terms of identifying whether he wants to create a card out of it or not. The next integration point that we did it with the Teams is tabs. So with this, users can bring their running business review, this week work, in the Teams and Personal tab. So you can see this in this screenshot. The running business review page is in the Teams tab. The running business review is the digital replacement of QBR and MBR. If your strategic priorities are changing so rapidly, then we don't need to wait for the month ends or the quarter ends. So we call it as running business review. You can access the data, initiative, metrics, action items, all from workboard inside Teams tab. If there are any risks, it automatically surfaces on the Teams tab, and you can see it in your hotbox. Let's see the demo. So if you're aware of Teams, then with this plus icon, you can pull a tab from different apps. So here, the user is already authenticated. So we give an option of the list of RBR this user has access to. So Richard has access to Pied Piper Organization deck, sales team deck, investor decks, right? You can see these are the charts which Richard used to have seeing it in Teams. And he can access and see all those charts and details inside Teams itself. And this is very powerful because if you see that, this data is coming from Power BI. These are some snapshots which are coming from different system. This KR chart is coming from our system. So at one place, you are seeing all the dashboards which are required to achieve those objectives towards your strategic priorities. Now the question comes, is it a read-only page? So it's not a read-only page. You can do whatever you can achieve in terms of your RBR page in workboard. So you can comment on that. You can view, you can drill down into the different KR. And you can even follow it. And if you see, all this gets updated in real time. I just followed that KR, and it is listed here. If I need to do a little bit more, I can click on the links, one of the listed here, and it will open the workboard window, and you can perform more tasks. This is in the Teams context. But when you enable the Teams tab, not only you get the Teams tab access, you also get your personal work. So for that, you need to go to chat and click on one of the tabs. Here you can see that without leaving Teams, Richard can see what are the works, what are the list of action items that Richard needs to complete this week. The question comes, is it only read? Does it give you only read-only permission? No, it is. You can create different action items here. And even you can change the priority. And if you click one of the card, it will take you to the workboard for if you want to perform more tasks on that. Now the fun part. How did we implement it? For building tabs, we use Microsoft Client Package. So if user is not authenticated, you display the call for action. So once you click on connect with workboard, we call one of the Microsoft Teams authentication call. It's a great package. It encapsulates the authentication mechanism that you see in browser. With that, once the user click on the connect with workboard, we call login state URL. Login state URL goes to your app login window. You complete the login, authenticate the user, and you call the login end window, login end URL. With that, if the login is successful, you show your first page. Right now, in our case, it is RBR. And then you can implement the click handlers once the user do a selection on the configuration tab. This page is called configuration tab. The next integration that we did with Microsoft Teams is chatbot. And we are really excited about chatbot because it is not just one of the chatbot that runs inside Team. Rather, it's an AI-powered chatbot. When I say AI-powered, it means that it can understand the interaction in the most humanly possible way. With the chatbot, you can see your objective results project over a chat. You can schedule meeting, check your schedule, change your schedule, invite someone else. You can also get the proactive notification if you are at risk. Let's see the demo, and we'll quickly jump to the fun part, that's code. So once you install Workboard app inside Teams from store, you can see this Workboard as a chatbot. You can talk to the bot saying that, hey, so here I'm asking a bot that what are my risks, and it understands the intent out of it, right? So if I'm asking about what are my risks, it goes to my objective, it goes to my plans, it goes to my roadmap, and seeing that all and pick up only those items which are in red or in the amber state. You can also add a comment or set a due date from here itself. And it sets the due date and give you the, the new context for this action item. You can also ask, so here bot starts the conversation saying that, hey, do you want to see those objectives with the KPIs? And you can see that list. You can also ask, what are my KRs? And you can see that it understands and gives you an option which are more relevant to you for that KR. You can see the charts. And you can see the other details related to those KRs. You can also do scheduling, right? So if I say create a meeting with Jared, Monica, and Dinesh tomorrow. So if it is not getting one of the required slot filled, it will ask you again. And here you can say, so with this, the conversational context has triggered, and the context right now, it's team meeting. You can change, the moment you say that, bot understand and change the meeting name. At any point of time, if you need some help, you can always say, we also did Graph API integration through bots. So you can say, hey, show my schedule from Outlook calendar. So it goes to your Outlook calendar, pick up the meeting, and you can sync it in Workboard. Now the meeting is in Workboard, and you can add the agenda item on top of your from the Teams itself. So let me rush to the other slides so that we can cover from this presentation. So we use Bot Builder and Teams extension for Bot Builder for building the bot. So you create the connector object, and from the connector object, you create the universal bot. Once you have the universal bot, you can use it to create a bot from the Teams itself, from the Node.js deployment. In this section, you can see we use Office 365 connector cards. We use the inputs from Office 365 connector inputs. And we use Office 365 connector card action to act on any button action that user is doing. This is the typical architecture. Here you can see that the flow goes from Teams to workboard auth layer. Once it is done, it decides whether it needs to go to the external gateway server to connect to the search server or needs to connect to the chat server. Once it connects to the chat server, it goes to our cognitive layer through the knowledge base. Here you can see this. This is our cognitive services and our digital feedback slide, where we say like what are the main components that you would need for building a chatbot: conversation, context, cognitive service stack, decision and analytics, and fulfillment and analysis. Sorry, I need to rush it because we are running out of time. So I can definitely touch base on this slide back offline. With the graph APIs, we have built a smarter schedule. So if you are in workboard, you can create meetings, and once you are creating a meeting, you can see who is available. Done. If you're a developer, then we provide REST API support. So once the authentication is done, so we support OAuth2 and instant token mechanism. And with the once the authentication is done, you can access our resources, subscribe to a webhook, do a user provisioning, or post the data over the data streaming services. Or you can also subscribe to the event. This is the higher picture of our integration. So you can see that whether you are building a calendar app or you are having a business app development experience, you can build it for our platform using our REST API.